myself in this position a year ago.
January 16, 2007, Barack Obama, then a freshman senator from Illinois, released this video.
I've been struck by how hungry we all are for a different kind of politics.
He announced by video and caught everybody by surprise.
Including Hillary Clinton.
She let Obama get ahead of her. She then had to play catch-up.
I'm not just starting a campaign, though. I'm beginning a conversation with
4 days after Obama, Clinton hastily released hers, and then, days later, formally declared her candidacy in New York City.
I am very confident. I'm in to win, and that's what I intend to do. Thank you all very much.
It did not feel presidential. It did not feel big.
She's someone who is viewed widely as so prepared and methodical, and yet this was seen as a thrown-together presidential announcement.
She's prepared and methodical, but she's not always prepared for the unexpected. And so the unexpected was Barack Obama.
She campaigned almost like a quasi-incumbent. She played it very cautious.
Perhaps too cautious. While Barack Obama celebrated his historic candidacy, Hillary Clinton downplayed hers.
The input that she got, be a strong leader, but don't really play up this notion of first woman president.
While Clinton and her campaign steered clear of gender issues, others didn't, instead focusing on what she was wearing and how she looked.
I admire what Senator Clinton has done for America, what her husband did for America. Not sure about that coat. I actually like Hillary's jacket. I don't know what's wrong with it.
How did she handle that?
With some discomfort, some amusement, a little bit of tension. They didn't want to call too much attention to the fact that she was a woman.
While Barack Obama engaged young voters in a new way, Clinton's campaign seemed stuck in the 90s.
There was a scriptness about Hillary in the early part of the campaign, too measured.
There was a lot of debate among her strategists about exactly how to humanize her, how to make her more accessible to people.
In fact, there was a lot of debate among her strategists about everything.
It wasn't just good old-fashioned healthy debate. There was some infighting.
Yeah, but you know, campaigns under stress, right, have that. It's true.
The race was tight as they approached the all-important Iowa caucuses, so the campaign turned to its secret weapons.
So I wanted to introduce you to my mom and my daughter.
An ad called Dorothy hit the airwaves.
What I would like people to know about Hillary is what a good person she is.
And Chelsea joined her mother and grandmother on the stump and in the diners.
I just remember laughing a lot with my grandmother and mother because my grandmother was really excited about the egg salad sandwich that she said was like the best egg salad sandwich she'd had in, I don't remember, 20 or 30 years.
To show voters more of her humor and humanity, Hillary Clinton started to talk less about policy and more about people.
My mother had a difficult childhood, but worked hard to provide a loving home for us.
But it was too late. Obama beat her badly in Iowa and looked likely to do the same in New Hampshire.
Things looked really, really bleak. There were a lot of options put on the table. One of those options was dropping out. And she was just like, no, I'm not a quitter.
Hillary Clinton was a fighter, like during this debate on ABC.
What can you say to the voters of New Hampshire who see your resume and like it, but are hesitating on the likability issue, where they seem to like Barack Obama more?
Well, that hurts my feelings.
I'm sorry, Senator. I'm sorry.
I don't think I'm that bad.
You're likable enough.
Thank
Hillary,
you so much.
The turning point came on January 7th at a local diner in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Clinton was asked a simple question: what gets you up every day?
This is very personal for me. It's not just political, it's not just public. I see what's happening, and we have to reverse it.
What do you remember about feeling in that moment?
I'd been through a grueling campaign, and there'd been ups and there'd been downs, and it was incredible incredibly, intensely exhausting, physically and emotionally and every other way. And a lot of the emotion that had been there but suppressed because you had to get up every day, do 10 events, travel 1,000 miles, just came flooding out. And
imagine that was liberating.
It was surprising.
Well, and you know, you're human, and we all have emotions.
Don't tell anybody. That's one of the best kept secrets.
Huge wins tonight for Hillary Clinton and John
That gave her a lot of energy and focus to continue the fight.
I found my own voice.
And her sense of humor.
Thank you for coming. I love your outfit.
Well, I love your outfit, but
Why,
I
thank you.
do want the earrings back.
Oh, okay.
Now she campaigned like a challenger, not an incumbent.
There were instances in which we'd stay at the same hotel, and we'd get there, at 10, and she would get there at midnight, and we would leave at 8, and she'd have left at 7. And it was extraordinary to watch.
Clinton turned up the heat.
Shame on you, Barack Obama.
Her debate performances were more aggressive. We finally did the 3 a.m. spot that would become iconic.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. But there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing.
And Chelsea Clinton emerged as a force on the trail.
I wound up doing more than 400 events in less than 6 months, I think in 40 states. Sometimes 2 people showed up, sometimes 1,200 people showed up.
Some called it the Chelsea effect. Whenever she appeared, the gap between her mother and Obama seemed to shrink.
I need to go tell anyone and everyone who may have an iota of interest in listening to me why I'm so passionately supporting my mom as a daughter, as a Democrat, as an American.
I think she'll be more than the voice of change.
The tide slowly started to turn, but there was not enough time to catch up. June 3rd, 2008, the last day of Democratic primaries. Clinton took South Dakota.
I will be the Democratic nominee.
But Obama won enough delegates to clinch the nomination. It was over. Hillary Clinton responded with the speech of a lifetime.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it.
I was so proud of how just graceful and gracious she was, and how full of gratitude she was for everyone who was in that old post office building who had supported her, and the 18 million people that she talked about who had put cracks in the glass ceiling.
Hillary Clinton's race for the White House was over, but more surprises were still to come.